Yeah. I've been doing my own eyebrows for a very long time now, so my routine is just engraved into my mind. It's like second nature to me. First, I start out by making sure my eyebrows are clean by using alcohol on a cotton round to clean the area. Then after, I go in with baby oil. This will be my shaving cream just to make sure that I get a clean shave while still being able to see what I'm doing. When I start shaving my eyebrows, I like to pull on my skin so that I can get a clean shave. Because I've been doing my own eyebrows for so long, I just know what shape I'm going for. I'm not a professional in any way, shape, or form, but I just learned how I like my eyebrows to look, so I just go with it. If you've never shaved your eyebrows before, I recommend going to a professional first and then just recreating that shape at home. That's what I did, and it's been working for me ever since. I got these razors from the hair store, but there's really no telling when. So when I feel like one is dull, I'll just switch to another for a better shave. After I've done an initial shave, I go in with my slanted tweezers to get any little hair that I couldn't shave off. Yes, it hurts, but after a while, you get used to it. To shave my peach fuzz, I pull my skin like I did before and shave in a downward motion. After I'm done shaving everything, I clean it up with alcohol until it doesn't burn anymore. At first, it's going to burn, like very bad. This is the worst part. But beauty is pain, so you gotta push through it. As my final touches, I search for any chin hairs and use my tweezers to get them out. These are slanted tweezers, so they come out easier than with regular ones. Now let's get into washing my hair. First, I start out with pre-shampoo to detangle my hair. I recently started using this product and it's definitely a game changer. My hair was dry and knotted before this, and after putting on this product, my detangling comb went through so easy. It cuts down on wash time and supports length retention by preventing breakage. In the past, I would detangle my hair at the conditioning stage, not realizing how dry and tangled it was after shampooing. By detangling my hair before, it makes wash day easier and keeps me from losing too much hair. Of course, you can avoid shedding completely, but for my full head, I think this is a pretty good amount. Next, I shampoo my hair twice with both of my shampoos. I have a question for my natural girls. What do y'all use to dry your hair? Because I've been using t-shirts, but I heard that microfiber towels are better, but I don't know if it's worth the upgrade or should I just keep the t-shirts? I don't know. What do y'all think? Like, what do y'all use? Now I'm using my hair mayonnaise and fertilizing serum and letting it sit for 30 minutes. As y'all know, I'm an ORS girly for life, but I don't know about this new serum. It has a strong scent on it and I don't like that. Like, I'm blow drying my hair and using this new ORS heat protector and it has a scent on it too. In my mind, when the scent is too strong on something, that means it's more fragrance than product. Does it make sense? Like, not saying that it don't work, but I'm just not a big fan of strong smells, and stronger smells, it just give me more like fragrance than product. To start my hair, I split it into 4 parts. 2 parts in the back behind my ears and 2 in the front in front of my ears. In the front, I'm creating 2 slanted parts for the braids. This is what I came up with before I decided to just go to bed. The next day, I made the slant longer and then started braiding. I made sure to put edge control on it to try to get my braids as neat as possible. Y'all, I literally just learned how to braid, so not too much on me. If y'all knew how I was fighting for my life trying to get this done, you would be proud of me for not giving up. I can do straight back braids, but for some reason my brain doesn't understand how to do them sideways, so I was trying to rely on muscle memory by closing my eyes, leaning to the side, twisting my hand, and doing it. It was a lot, y'all, but I got it done. Thank you. In the back, I'm going in with more edge control and doing 2 ponytails. At first, I was going to use braiding hair for the braids, but I wanted something that was more natural looking, so I found some leftover Marley hair and boho hair. I also bought a braiding rack from Amazon. It was my first time using it though. As a DIY girly, I'm trying to become more efficient, you know? After it took me a month to do my lash protective style, I was like, yeah, I need to get together. To start my braids, I started braiding my natural hair and then added hair on the left side. After that, I added hair to the right side, and then after that, I was really just going off vibes. I was more focused on keeping the sides consistent throughout the braid rather than what side I added hair to. One thing I made sure to do was add gel to the ends of my hair to make it blend and stay inside of the marley hair. After the first braid, I decided to try 2 braids instead of 1, and I ended up liking that better. To add the boho hair, I added the hair to the braid with one side longer than the other. After I braided down a little bit, I pulled the longer side out and I held it until I was done braiding. At the end of my braids, I added these wand curls that I found in my leftover box. Here are the final results. And I'm gonna show y'all my braids once again because I just learned how to braid and I'm so freaking proud of them. Like, I promise y'all, I just learned how to braid probably like 2 days before I did this hairstyle. Like, I'm so proud. This is all I want to be. Now let's get into my lashes. I've done my lashes before, but this time I'm using all new products. This kit is from Fawindia and it came with bond and seal and tweezers. I also wanted to try out this Ardell lash glue because I've heard good things about it, and I also ordered the lash remover because I heard that it's really strong and this is the only thing that can get it off. I did my first eye off camera and now I'll show y'all the process for the other one. I did this off camera, but first you should use a lash curler to lift your natural lashes and make sure they blend with the falsies. Then I go in with my bond and make sure I put it at the base of my lashes. Like I said, I'm trying out this new lash glue. The girlies say that it gave them a strong hold, but I don't know. Maybe I just wasn't using it right. The lashes didn't fall out, but they did come out very easy. Anyways, I scooped the glue onto the base of the cluster and applied it. You want to place the cluster right between your lash line and your waterline. The key is placing the cluster and marrying it with your natural lash by using tweezers and then using a small fan to really make sure that the glue is dry. As you can see, the clusters are glued in between my lash line and waterline. Make sure not to put on your waterline because your eye will really not like that. And make sure not to put on your lash line because then you risk pulling out your natural lashes. After I'm done gluing on all the clusters, I use the seal like mascara to marry all of the lashes together. And here are the final results. For my nails, I'm going with a basic French tip. I've heard all this good stuff about BT Art Box press-ons, so I decided to try them for myself. This is my first time doing this press-on nails routine, but I think it's a pretty solid routine because I based it off a video that I saw on here. Now, I didn't do things exactly like her, like I added some of my own steps, but it's a pretty solid routine. I also found some cute matching press-ons for my toes at Walmart, but I'm not going to show y'all that process. Just wanted y'all to see the nails. First, I start out by measuring my nails. You want to make sure that the nails aren't too big or too small because then people can tell their press-ons right off the bat. I choose my size by making sure that the press-on fits to both sides of my nail. After I measure all my nails, I type it down. This will come in handy later and help you keep things organized. After I have my nails picked out, I'm going to put them on a nail stand using this pink putty that came with it. I took a little square and added on the tip of the stand and then added the press-ons on the top. The putty is like gum, but it comes off pretty easy. After that, I went in with my nail filer and got the little tip off the press-on. Then I went in with my builder gel and top coat. When applying the builder gel, you don't need to add too much just because it can change the shape of the nail. So I did a thin layer with even application for the best result. After that, I placed it under a UV lamp to cure and dry. You may have to do it a few times, but you'll know it's dry when it's not sticky. After it's completely dry, go in with your top coat and cure again until it's not sticky. This is optional, but I let it sit under the fan for a little while just to make sure that it was completely dry. Now I'm going to prep my natural nails. I start by removing my cuticles. First, you just add the remover and use a tool to push them up. Then you clean it off with alcohol. Next, I shake my nails just so they will hide better under the press-ons. To make sure the press-ons will stay on, I go in with a drill to file my natural nails. You want to make sure that you have a light hand with this because you don't want to potentially damage your nails by pressing too hard. Make sure to get every inch of your nails and then brush the excess away. To ensure that your nails are free from debris, use a nail dehydrator. It gets all the oils and dirt off your nails. But you can really just use alcohol if you want. Before applying the press-ons, I file the inside of them too. Then I add my nail glue. Y'all, this is the best nail glue I've ever used. My nails stayed on for 2 weeks and I was doing dishes and everything, like none of them popped off. Anyways, I put 1 drop of glue and spread it around on my natural nail and the press-on. Then I applied it by pressing down the press-on onto my natural nail. After applying my nails, I go in with cuticle oil to give it that salon finish. And here are the final results.